What's up, good people? I kind of slowed down on these YouTube lives so I can make a little bit more content. You know how we go. You know how we go. G, man, what's up? I ain't seen you in a minute. Carl Wakefield, what it do? War 9 in this bitch. What's up? War 9 in this bitch. They in this bitch. Shout out to War 9, man. That's a DMV inside joint right there. Salute from Chicago. Eon Free Larry King Hoover. Growth and Development. Shout out to Chicago, bruh. I gotta get up there to Chicago, man. Up in here, man. To all the wrenches. Shout out to the wrenches. How many of y'all fuck with the Clips? Down at like Virginia Beach and shit. Anybody listen to that new Clips album? Peace to you, my brother. Right back at you. You been going up. You ain't even realized you had 30K subscribers. Man, I appreciate that, man. I give it all to y'all that been rocking with me. I thank you. I appreciate it. Only thing I can say that I'm doing is I'm being consistent. I'm learning the game. I'm investing in myself. What I mean by that is that I buy books. I buy software. I invest in it. Like, I like this shit. I'm naturally a nerd. I'm going to read, watch the news, and then I'm going to do what everybody else do. I'm going to formulate an opinion. And now, after I formulate the opinion, I'm going to talk about it. Just like that. You just came from outside. You still turned up. But you on cocaine? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Making all that noise. Little dog turned up. I'm talking about been outside in the hot, humid, late night chasing rats and shit. And she's still running around and motherfucker turned up. She's still running around this bitch turned up. I keep smoking after I come from outside. You know damn well that shit gonna make me tired. So they got a nigga that killed somebody. They killed the husband and wife on a hiking trail in Arkansas, right? Now that's weird. Devil's Den State Park in Northwest Arkansas. Man, they just had a black trucker that went missing in Arkansas somewhere. I forgot Arkansas is that close to Mississippi. Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas right there.
We were able to take a monster off the streets and bring relief to Clinton and Kristen's precious girls. It's a greatest citizens party.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's up with Gilbert Arenas though, y'all? Yo, salute family. Chico, what's up, Chico Low? He said you been going up, E. Yeah, I appreciate the love. This goofy nigga got locked up in a barbershop. You ever watch Blink Twice or Hunting Party? I ain't even heard of it. The realest of the real. Salute. I like the documentary you did on the DC Blacks and the history of where DC Blacks originally came from. I love the documentary. That was good work. Oh man, I appreciate it. I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth if I can. I'm gonna try to go back long before what I already been talking about. Who you think gonna win part two, Roach or Tank? I'm with Roach. I think Tank gonna come different this time. Man, I seen some shit, man. Tank playing a bunch of games. I seen some shit with Tank was saying some shit about. Tank was saying some shit about he ain't boxing no more. Like he say this shit every 6 months. What you think? Gil hot as fish grease. Why you say that? Why you say Gil hot as fish grease? Gil was cracking jokes after his release. Nah, you talking about on the video I showed. The video I showed is the old ass junk when he caught the gun case. Oh man, I hope I ain't throw people off with that. That was the old shit from the news. I know those were some good poker games. I ain't played poker since I was a kid. I ain't fuck with that shit in jail. Niggas getting their head chopped off about that shit, bro. Figuratively speaking, as we say. Yeah, Tank trying to quit. Yeah, I saw he said something about he wanted to retire. Israelis and Chinese players gamble big. Man, them Chinese people, they religious with it. I seen this one Chinese dude. It's been some time though, but I used to go to Maryland Live. This was before MGM. Not that I go to MGM a lot, but once MGM opened up, I started going to MGM more than going to live. Anyway, make a long story short, we used to go out live. It was this one Chinese dude, this motherfucker would sleep in his car, come back in that bitch. Like, wouldn't even go home. He'd just go take a nap. You know, his new video of him getting out and he cracking jokes. Oh, a new one. I thought you was talking about me. He always cracking jokes, though. That's him. You know that, right? Oh, Kamala Harris gonna go after the governor of California, see him, man. I guess that'll work. Maybe that'll be another avenue to the White House or something. I gotta go cut the air conditioner up a little bit of stuff in this bitch. No, it's a new video. It's on the shade joint. I'm sure I can find it on the internet somewhere. I'll look for it after I get up, after I finish smoking. I'll look for it. Yeah, I think this motherfucker had the heat on by accident. But yeah, I feel y'all on that one. All right, what I need. Maybe I should do this, put this up real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that joint out, but don't nobody know what he was talking about. One thing about Gilbert Arenas, bro, he got a little street in him. He going not to praise anything that he doing that I don't know nothing about, but he always got some type of something he up to. They got some street shit or some underground or some urban shit. I don't know which word I'm looking for. I don't really want to say necessarily street, but some side hustle shit with it or something like that. Maybe that's a good way to say it. Tank just going through some shit, bro. I know one thing, he better not retire before him and Lamont Roach fight again, or we can make the argument that he was scared or he was ducking him. Hey Jake, go sit down, mama. That Gilbert Arenas shit was all over there to that dog. Why y'all go sit down? Give me some water. Hold on 1 second, child. Let me get some water. Watch out. Go sit down. I'm trying to see Roach and Russell if it's a good matchup. Some people say that ain't a good matchup. Some boxing fans say they don't want to see Roach and Russell. How much Gary Russell Jr. weigh? Watched you on the Connect podcast. I think you represented very well. Oh man, I appreciate that. Nah, chill out. I'm doing something. Go sit down. Shout out to Johnny Mitchell though. A lot of people been saying that. I've been getting more love than hate. Cause when I seen he put that shit up there that said gang leader or shot caller, I said, oh man, my homies gonna hate that. You know, DC dudes, you can't do no perpetrating with around no DC dudes. They gonna call it out. But I ain't really an expert at criminal law either though. But business law, I only know a little teeny bit of something, how to start a business, how to file a tax or two. I don't really know a whole bunch of law. I mean, most of the time when I run into a business problem, man, I go to Google or ChatGPT, research it, and then come back and try my hand. But I ain't really no expert at that. Wow, you got a question? I might know what you talk about though. I don't know if Russ will win that. Between Russell and Lamont Roach. Okay. Russell like that. I don't know that much. One of them new DMV DC prison channels said Louisiana wasn't really hard in the feds. Is that true? Them Louisiana dudes I met, they was about it. I ain't gonna lie, but I was in a penitentiary environment around them. I don't know, like how we got some youngins that's wild. I ain't gonna call them less than men, but we got some young homies that's just wild. They still on Oak Hill time, some of them, at least for a minute. But I'm sure everybody got some wild little homies. Oh, Kamala Harris passed on the governor's seat. Okay, I see what they said. Trying to file a lawsuit for wrongful termination. Oh, I did that before. I'm gonna tell you something. Go Google wrongful termination. And it's gonna tell you everything. It's gonna tell you either file a complaint with the EEOC or Human Resources, the Department of Human Resources, wherever you need to file it at. And depending on what you was terminated for, you could also get a monetary compensation. I know that much. I filed when I lost. I got it. I'm in an appeal for it right now, though. Even though I lost, in the beginning. I still got 2 or 3 things to do. Now I'm just filing it for the sake of they thought they did something because I lost it. But for the point at which I filed it for, just for them having to fight and spend money on a lawyer. Remember, I'm my own lawyer in that situation. Do you know anything about the back and forth DC had with the South while Big Meech and Terrence Williams was still in Jessup, Georgia? It really wasn't a whole bunch of back and forth. It was something that happened one day. One of my homies put hands on Meech, put Meech on the ground. They locked Meech up. The homies punished the rest of the little dudes that they had calling themselves BMF, and it was done. It wasn't no whole bunch of back and forth. Everybody know about that. That ain't really no secret. People from dudes from all over the place done talked about that. But how do I get it started? You get it started by I don't know it off the top of my head, but it's a phone number for the human resources. You get that phone number, you call, you make a complaint, they're gonna send you the paperwork and it's gonna initiate a case file. You're gonna have a case number, it's gonna be a civil case. You're gonna be the plaintiff, they're gonna be the defendant, they're gonna be the respondents. The EEOC thing, I never did that one, but it's the same thing. You contact whatever the agency does, where you are, where you filing the termination joint at. Where was you working at? Where was you terminated? You feel me? I gotta put some work in, y'all. I gotta go, man.